Hello everyone, I thought I'd pop on face to face today. Haven't done it in absolutely ages. It is the most glorious day here. We are having a mini heat wave. I think the temperature's due to go up to about 33 degrees here, which is really hot for us. I'm even wearing a dress, which is a rarity in this country because it's never normally warm enough. But I'm heading out into the garden. I want to pick some flowers before they all die off. We've got some really pretty blooms at the moment, but if I'm not quick, I'm going to lose them all. I should have done it in the spring, and for one reason and another, too many other things going on, I haven't. But yeah, I'll take you around the garden with me and let's see what we can find. Can you hear that gorgeous breeze? I might be a bit too late for these, but just look how pretty these are. So I'm just going to see if I can salvage a few of these. I also want to pick some fuchsia. Let me just zoom in on this one here. Just look how totally gorgeous that is. These are my favourite flowers to press. The leaves as well. The leaves are just absolutely gorgeous as well. I also want to pick a few of these purple flowers. Let me just see if I can get my hands in here, but I think some of these will be absolutely beautiful to press. Over in the wild garden, we've got some really pretty pink flowers. Let me just zoom in. You might even catch some bees if you're lucky. We've also got these gorgeous purple ones. Let me zoom in. So hopefully I might be able to salvage a couple of these and it's not too late. Now, this is a bed that I wished I'd picked from earlier. We've got this huge bed with these beautiful yellow flowers and the red hot pokers. I thought I might pick a few of these because just look how bright and vivid these are. I've got no idea how well these will press, but I'm going to give those a go. I'm also going to give some of these a try. They might be past their sell-by date, but the leaves are just absolutely beautiful as well. Can you hear Louie in the background? Lulu! You're going to say hello to the camera as well. Or are you going to do a big roly-poly, are you? Hello, beautiful boy. This bush here is beautiful. A lot of the flowers are on the turn, but there's this one here, for instance, that might be quite good for pressing. So I'm just going to see what I can salvage. Now I'm going to be drying my flowers with this flower press kit by Abu FX. This was sent to me free of charge in the post to review, and what I liked about this, for one, it's not the traditional screw and bolt mechanism. I've got one of the larger flower presses which has screws, and it is a complete and utter pain. You've got 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom, and trying to line them up and unscrew them takes forever, whereas this is a Velcro strap mechanism, so I was really intrigued by this. The other thing that piqued my interest was the fact that you can dry flowers, or so it says, in 2 to 3 days, whereas a traditional press usually takes a good couple of weeks. So let me take everything out of this box and I'll show you what we've got inside this kit. Now, first of all, we've got some pens. I'll explain what these are in a second and what they're for. We've got some tweezers and some scissors. These are just for handling your dried flowers. We've got a set of instructions that are really easy to use. We've got a plastic bag. Again, I'll explain what you need that for in a second. The contents of the flower press itself and 2 straps. Now, the idea is, let me just pop these to one side. That's the bottom plate for the flower press, and this is the top, and the idea is that you use these Velcro straps to hold everything tightly together once your dried flowers are inside. So let me just this goes this way round, so you've got the Velcro side here. You want it with the Velcro facing down, so let me just put the Velcro straps on either end, so just like that. Then you have within the kit 6 of these quite thick absorbent boards. So these, I don't know what these are made of, but really thick absorbent paper. This must be at least, let's have a look, half a millimetre, I don't know. So you put one of these on top, then you lay your flowers down. So just imagine, I haven't gone and picked mine yet because I wanted to get through this tutorial first, so that if anybody's interested, they know how this flower press works. And I didn't trust my flowers not to wilt because it's so hot here today. So imagine this, you've got your board, your absorbent board, then you put your flowers or your leaves on top, then a piece of blotting paper, and you get 12 sheets of blotting paper. You only need up to 6 for your layers, so there must be 6 spare sheets here. Then you've got 6 pieces of this sponge here. You put a piece of sponge on top, and then you repeat the layers if you want to, or of course if you've only got one, then you would put the top of the press back on. So let's imagine we're doing 2 layers here, so we would put another piece of this absorbent paper on top, flowers, then the absorbent paper, another piece of sponge, and then you would put the top of the flower press on. Then you will just loop the strap through and just tighten it and wrap it all the way around. Let me just do these both to start off with, and then I'll show you how easy this is. So easy to use. As I say, you know, if you want to buy a flower kit for children, this would be incredibly easy for them. So just pull it really tight. Let me just make sure that those are in approximately the same position. So I'm just pulling this quite tight, wrap it over, and then just secure it at the back. Then you put it in the plastic bag. I presume that that this, you know, keeps it warm and helps dry up the moisture. I'm not really sure. I've never had to do this before. You would then put it inside the bag, zip this up, and then just set that aside for 2 to 3 days, and then your flowers are supposedly pressed. So I'm just going to go and pick some flowers from the garden and let's layer up. I forgot to explain what the felt tips were for. They are to decorate the top of the flower press if you want to. Now, for an adult, I think that's really gimmicky. But if you were buying a flower press for a child, I think that that's, you know, something that they would love to do. I think this would make a really lovely birthday gift or Christmas present for a child. As you can see, I've been into the garden and I've picked a few flowers. And you know, although it says that you only have the blotting paper, I'm going to put a piece of this cartridge paper on the bottom as well. It says that you only have that on the top, but I don't know. That's the way I'm going to do it anyway. Now we've got some of these red hot pokers. These are quite thick. I suspect that these will take longer than 2 to 3 days, just because they're quite juicy, quite thick. I picked a few of these. Let me try and spread them out. Now, when you're arranging your flowers, you want to make sure that they're not touching. This one has is obviously missing one of its little petals, but that's okay. It might be in the bottom of the bowl. Who knows? We've just got a couple more of these. Handle them gently. And then I think we've got one more. Let me just use the scissors. Where are the scissors that were provided? Just because this one here is a little bit thick. Oh, that one's gone a bit wrong. We've just got a thick bit on the top and the bottom, and you want to make sure that these are relatively flat. So I'm just trying to cut as much of the bulk off as I can. I'll pop those on because those could be used to fill in some areas. So next I'm going to put another piece of blotting paper on top, and then it says a piece of sponge, and I'm just going to keep layering. So my next layer will be one of these thick pieces of blotting paper here, another piece of cartridge paper. As I say, that's not what it says in the instructions, but that's what I've decided to do. I've got this gorgeous fuchsia. I've picked a few of these. Where are the others? I picked those first, so they're right in the bottom. I just love them so much. Aren't they just gorgeous? And then I think there's another one. I think I picked 3. So, oh, we've got a little daisy there as well. Again, just making sure I've got plenty of room. I've got some leaves as well, some fuchsia leaves, but I think I'll put those on separately. So another piece of cartridge paper. Now, how am I going to do this? I'm just going to put it down just like that, I think. And then a piece of foam on top. And I'll put the rest on fast forward just so that you can see what I've chosen and what I'm using. That's my final sandwich, and I can't fit any more in, so I've used all 6 of my layers. Oh, hang on, we've got one that's slightly poking out. Let's try and move it in place. I've got a fly in here as well, can you hear? And then my final piece of foam on top. Let me just try and make sure that I've got these stacked nice and neatly, and then I'm just going to put my top on. One thing I've forgotten to do is put my straps down, so hang on. So those need to go this way round. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Put my flower sandwich on top and then thread this through and just give it a good tighten. In fact, let's hold this down with one hand. Put this on through as well, because of course I'm going to need to turn this over. And just turn that over to the other side. Now what I'm going to do is just try and pull this as tight as I possibly can. That feels really nice and secure to me. So the last step is to secure the straps, tighten the straps, which we've already done, and place in the bag and seal. So let's pop it inside this bag. I'm going to try and get as much air out of this as I can, and just seal it. And I'm going to leave this for 2 to 3 days, and let's see if we've got any dried flowers. But so far, so good. If any of you have tried a flower press like this with the Velcro straps, do let me know how you've got on with it and what you think about it. Of course, at this stage, I can't comment because I need to wait for a couple of days, as I've said, to allow my flowers to dry out. One thing I do think this would be good for is taking on your travels. It's so lightweight and such a portable size. If you were, going out for a family picnic in field somewhere and you wanted to pick some flowers, you could press these as you went along. So I think it would be certainly great for that. Now I'm leaving the video here. I will be back in a few days time once this has had a chance for the flowers to dry out, and then we'll do a couple of projects using the contents. I hope you enjoyed that little trip around my garden, and of course bumping into Louis along the way. So until next time, take care everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.